Hey YouTube, Jake Gilroy here, back in the shop. We're going to continue working on the new depth stop for the Alzmetall drill press. We started this series as part of Shop ADHD 27. See the cards. In that video, we started carving down the primary part for the depth stop here, the mount, out of this piece of ground stock. And so we're going to go about getting this mounted to the machine today and getting a slot cut in it to hold the vertical rod, the actual depth stop rod. So let's get with that. First thing to do, since I'm adapting this to an existing mount that is on the machine, is I'm just going to go over and scribe off. I've got this thing blued up with my big blue marker. I've got this thing blued up here. I'm going to go over and scribe off on the hole locations so we can drill and tap this to get it mounted. Once we have it mounted, we'll get a precise location of the slot for mounting the stop rod, and then we'll get over to the milling machine and we'll get that slot cut and probably do some design work on how we want this stop rod assembly to work. So let's get with it. Alright, went over and got some scribe marks for the centers of these holes. They're not level, so I've got to drill these in two different locations so that this will line up. Alright, got a little punch mark that I can pick up. We're going to drill and tap these for 1/4 20. Alright, we're drilling our holes here, mounting holes for our 1/4 by 20 hardware. And I'm just seeing how deep I am here. About a ½ inch. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. Power feed is a wonderful thing. Hole number 2. Alright, she's mounted. Rather a booger to mount because of a clearance issue. The clearance for the fastener on this side is really slim, so I have to start this side first, which of course not what I did. I started this side first, the easy one to get to. So, but anyway, you see how it goes there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to scribe in here. Let me move you around. Okay, this is the slot that the actual stop rod runs in. So what I'm going to do right now is scribe that thoroughly, and then what we're going to do is we're going to slot this, and then the stop rod is going to mount into this block, probably with just a fastener through the side here, through the rod into the main body here. And then the rod will come up this way. The drill press has a 250 millimeter stroke, so we're going to need to make sure that we have a rod that's at least, which is what, basically 10 inches. So we're going to have to make sure that we have a rod that is going to come up at least that far, give us full performance to press. So I'm going to go ahead and get this back out of here, and we can start looking at that. And you see here, there's the switch right here. If you listen real carefully, you might be able to hear the switch activating there. Got us a piece of 01, ground 01 square stock. Supposed to be a 1/2 by 1/2, but it's not. It's a 1/2 by almost 5/8. It's interesting. You pay a premium for that oversized stuff, you know. Anyway, this stock here is what we're going to use for the actual depth stop rod. So what we're going to do now is we're going to mill the slot in the block, the mount block that's going to mount this rod to fit this. We're going to cut this to length, to clean up the ends, and then we're going to cross drill. We're going to clamp this in the block, cross drill, tap the whole operation to attach this to the mount rod. That'll go ahead and get us mounted. And then we're going to discuss, I guess probably do a little CAD work on what the actual moving clamp is going to look like and how it's going to interact with the switches for the tapping cycle and such. And I got a little adhesive back rule here from Oregon Rule Company. These are carried by McMaster Carr, and this is a 0 on the bottom measure up scale that McMaster Carr carries. It's about $2 or so, and we're going to use that on the stop rod to as a scale. All right, we got our mount block here in with our scribe lines that we got off of the drill press, and got a 1/2 inch rougher in here. The piece of 01 stock measures about 5/22 wide, so we've got a little to work with here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this rougher through, and then we're going to get a measurement. We're just going to basically stay between the scribe lines and work down to the depth, and then see how much we need to open it up. This is full depth right here. Alrighty, got some hot chips there. Alright, nope, we're right on. 500, 501. Yep, there you go. Zero my calipers there. So we've got to open it up to 522. So I'm going to 0 the X on my DRO here. And then we're going to split the difference side to side. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to cut, 522 is the measurement on the stock. I'm going to cut 10 thou each side. We're going to take off 20, and we're going to leave a little for handwork. Alright, let's check our measurement out. Alright, I got about 519. I must have been about a thou off there. Alrighty. Deburr some of these edges. Right. Good, tight. We're getting there, right there. So I'm just going to sneak up on this a little bit longer. I'm not going to sit here and keep you here while I stone away this little couple of tenths to make this fit. Alright, fast forward a little bit. Here's our stop rod. It is approximately 11¼ inches long, and that leaves us plenty of extra. And then I've got the block here. Did a little filing, a little stoning on the block to get us a really nice fit on the stop rod here. And you see I've applied some blue here to the end. I'm going to lay out the cross hole that is going to go through the end, through the rod, and thread into the main portion of the block to secure the stop rod in place. So waiting for this to dry, do a little layout work. Then we're going to go back over to the Bridgie clone. We're going to clamp this piece in the vise, and while all of this is in place, and we're going to drill it all in one fell swoop in order to keep everything lined up. Alright, time to do a little CAD work. Here's the block as built so far, this piece down here. Obviously we haven't put in the attaching hardware yet. Here's the stop rod, 11¼ inches. And what we're going to do is we're going to attach this with two number 10 size socketed cap screws through the outside, through the rod, into the main block. And to give you a little
kind of teaser about what's coming up next. This is kind of where we're headed with the stop block. The stop block has to hang over this side to hit the power feed stop. And since the scale is going to go on the face of this stop rod, the clamping screw obviously cannot engage that. It would mar the scale up. So the clamping screw will come in from the side, and I will have to leave clearance here in the slot so that the block does not damage the scale, which means we'll need to put slots on both sides or one side of this rod in order to position the stop block properly. So that's where we're headed. What we're going to do right now is go ahead and get this mounted, because I have to take some measurements off the machine in order to size the stop block on this side so that it can engage the tapping cycle switches properly, and then also get a measurement on this side to make sure that I cover the power feed kick out properly as well. So let's move on to that.
Alright, sorry for the hand holding here. I've already picked up 0 with my DRO on both corners there. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take this 5/16 end mill and we're going to spot face for the number 10 socket head cap screws in 2 locations. Then we're going to drill straight down to depth with a number 21 drill, which is the tap size for 1032. And then we'll drill a clearance hole through the outer block and through the rod for the 1032 to pass through. So that'll be the order of operation here. And I just wanted to give you a little look at our setup here. So what I've got is I've got the stop rod clamped in the vise, and then I've got this clamp here holding the mount block on so we can keep everything all lined up. And I'm going to go ahead and spot face and drill, and we're going to get this baby mounted. Alright, we're going to go ahead and spot face these 2 holes and then come back and drill them. Alright, we're spot faced. Now I'm going to drop in this 3/8 spotting drill, and we're going to pick up center before we drill. I really do need a smaller drill chuck for this thing, for smaller drills. Alrighty, we're going to drill on in here. Okay, that was quite a number of times diameter. It's a nice deep hole in, but this is why. There's the fastener right there. So, see why we have to drill so deep. I will do the other one. All right, we have spot faced, we have drilled, and we have drilled the clearance holes for the two number 1032 socketed cap screws that are going to secure the stop rod here. So I'm going to disassemble and got some junk up in there. Excellent. Now need to tap these two holes to 1032. I'll do that off camera, and then we will reconvene and do an assembly and mount to the drill press so we can go ahead and get some measurements for our future work on this project. There's the part right there. Is there a spot face in there? All right, we're assembled here. I tapped these two holes and got the stop rod as it is to this point assembled, and we're going to go ahead and mount it on the drill press and check out our work to this point and get some measurements. So let's move over to the Alzmetall and make it happen. All right, here we are mounted to the drill press. Rosie, set up here, looks good. It goes all, the stop rod uses pretty much all the available length. The fasteners here clear the stop block, not that it would ever come into play. Now I can get measurements for this switch and I can start the design work on the stop block. So there we go. That's it for this video right there.